Welcome all to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Myself, Assistant Professor Yougesh Patil. Today we are going to discuss the topic transmission media for SYBSc, Computer Science as well as Information Technology. The subject is Computer Network. So friends, today we are going to discuss the transmission media. Now transmission medium is coming at the lowest layer or the first layer of the data transmission, that is physical layer. The actual data has been transferred from the medium, that would be a cable or an air. So there are different types of transmission media like guided and unguided. Guided means we can guide the data to which path that data can transfer, or unguided, in this we do not have any control on data transmission. So in guided media we have twisted pair cable, coaxial cable as well as fiber optic cables. Then unguided media, that is nothing but a wireless media network, and in this we are using free space. Now let's talk about guided media. Guided media, which are those that provide a conduit from one device to another, including twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cables. Now in this session we are going to discuss twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cable. After that we will discuss about the wireless medium. So twisted pair cable are the normal cable which you basically saw during the data transmission or live transmission or voice transmission from speaker to mic or mic to any other device likewise. So these are the basic twisted pair cable which is easily available at any shop. There are two different type of twisted pair cable, that is unshielded twisted pair cable and shielded twisted pair cable. As you can see in a diagram A, it is an unshielded twisted pair cable which do not have any protected shield over it. The two copper core wires are there. Then at B diagram you can see a twisted pair cable with metallic covering shield, and these two core pair cable are twisted, and this forms a standard shield twisted pair cable. Now as you can see in the table we have categories of unshielded twisted pair cables, and these are having a different data speed. So as you can see we can transfer a data less than 0.1 Mbps per second to 600 MB per second, and usually these are used in telephone or T lines or in a LAN network. UTP connector are nothing but the RJ45 female and male connector which you can easily saw while networking or creating a LAN. It's usually you can see in any kind of basic home network or a office network or the network which has been created in your computer lab. Then coaxial cable. Coaxial cable having different shade or different layers of one core copper conductor, that is nothing but an inner conductor it has, which is covered with an insulator to avoid the impairments. Then that insulator is also covered by the outer conductor, which is nothing but an metallic shield, and all this covering are covered by the plastic cover. Usually coaxial cable having three categories: RJ59, RJ58 and RJ11, which having a different independence or impedance level, that is 75 ohm to 50 ohm, and usually it is used for a thick ethernet or thin ethernet as well as for cable TV data transmission. These are few kind of connectors which we use for connecting a coaxial cable. It is known as an BNC connectors. Let's discuss about fiber optic cables. Before fiber optic cable, we are going to discuss about the angles of light ray. So friends, whenever a light is accidenting on any surface or impacting on any surface, at that time it might refracted or reflected as per the density of that particular medium. So in the fiber optic cable, we use a basic fiber cable or core cable which has a particular density for transmitting a data or reflecting that particular ray. So as you can see in the figure, sender reflect or sender sends a data in a form of ray which has been refracted or transferred from the core cable, and it has been reflected through the cladding which has on the surface of the core cable. As you can see, there are different modes of data transmission, that is multi-mode, multimedia mode, or graded index, and the single mode. The different type of fiber types are 50.0, 62.5, 100.0 and 7.0. These are the core index of the particular fiber optic cable, and it has been used for different kind of mode like multi-mode, graded index, or multi-mode, or a single mode. Fiber optic cable usually has an inner glass core or a plastic core along with the cladding over the surface. Then it has a plastic core buffer along with the DuPont clever for the strength of the wire, and then the outer jacket. As you can see in the figure, we can use different connectors or a spatial connector for the fiber optic cables. Now let's discuss about the unguided media, that is nothing but an wireless media. So unguided media transports an electromagnetic signals or electromagnetic waves without using any physical conductor. Now this type of communication is often referred as an wireless communication. Now in this topic we are going to discuss radio waves, microwaves and infrared signals. Before that, let's discuss about the propagation method. So as we know, we have a different troposphere over the earth, or a layer or an atmosphere layer over the earth. So we have a ionosphere, and all data transmission has been done in this ionosphere. The very first is ground propagation, then ionosphere, that is sky propagation, and then line of sight propagation. Friends, wireless transmission media has three different types: radio waves, microwave signals and infrared signals. So what is radio wave signals? Radio wave signals used for multicast communications such as radio or a television or a paging system, and they can penetrate through the walls as well. Then it is highly regulated, and they are basically used unidirectional antennas for data transmission. As you can see, this is an unidirectional antenna which transmitting a radio wave signals. Then we have microwave signals. Microwaves are used for unicast communication such as cellular telephones, satellite networks and wireless LANs. Higher frequency it has a range which cannot be penetrated the walls, and usually they are unidirectional antennas, and it having a point-to-point line of sight communication. These kind of antennas we have usually saw over the world. Now the very first is nothing but an dish antenna, and second one is an horn antenna which has been used for unidirectional antennas for microwave signals. Then infrared signals. Infrared signals can be used for short range communication in close area using line of sight propagation. Many of times you might remember that many of old phones have an infrared, so we can transfer the data from those infrared signals. Now let's discuss about the wireless channels. Wireless channels are subject to the lot more error than the guided media channel. They can easily affected by the transmission impairments. Interference is one cause for the errors, and this can be circulated over the high SNR. The higher the SNR, the less capacity is available for the transmission due to the broadcast nature of the channel. Channel also subject to the fading and no coverage holes. So friends, this is all about the transmission medium which has been used for data communication, that is guided media or unguided media. In guided media we have seen that twisted pair cable, coaxial cable and fiber optic cable has been used. In unguided or wireless data channels or transmission media, we are using radio waves as well as microwaves and infrared signals for the data transmission. So friends, thank you.